Good evening, East Texas. This is CBS19 meteorologist Joel Robinson here with what you need to know with this week's rainfall. We're currently live on our CBS19 Plus streaming app as well as YouTube and Facebook. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you. Excuse me. We have the Facebook chat on. So if you have any questions that you have about the forecast, I'd be right happy to answer them for you. But what we're talking about is scattered thunderstorms with flash flooding as we go into this week. We actually have some below average temperatures as well to talk about, thanks to some rainfall that we're going to be seeing as well. And then a hotter pattern returns as we go into next week as well. So we're going to track all of that for you, but the main show is going to be the rain that we're going to be seeing. Thankfully, a nice clear picture for us. Here's Broadway. There's downtown Tyler for us out there, but we are nice and clear after those thunderstorms came through earlier today. 73 for us out there. Very nice change to what we've been seeing over the past several days. Nice and clear, feeling like 73. Winds are nice and calm. A gorgeous night to be out there. And on top of that, we have those roadways clearing as well, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue with flooding at this time. CBS 19 live radar showing that we are nice and clear across the area. That picture is set to change, especially as we go into tomorrow morning, where we have a couple rounds of thunderstorms expected to move through East Texas starting tomorrow morning, and then we have another couple rounds as we go into tomorrow afternoon. I'll have all of those details coming up with that future skycast there. 80% for Wednesday, 80% for Thursday. I think a lot of us could get in on some good, decent soaking rain as we head into the next couple of days. We go down into a 60% chance and down to a 15–30% chance as we go into this weekend. We have a hotter and humid air mass coming in, but we don't really have the lifting necessary to really get some widespread storms going, especially as we go into this weekend. So we'll have a nice relief from the rain. The Weather Prediction Center does have us under a marginal risk for excessive rainfall, so maybe some isolated flash flooding. That was for today. Most of the rain is going to be focused off to our south and west over near the Abilene, San Angelo, that I-10 corridor, Waco. So over there, you could expect a little bit more in the way of rainfall. It shifts off to the east, though, as we go into Wednesday. So you can see Tyler, Dallas, now included in that slight risk. So that means that scattered flash flooding is going to be an issue. So a few of those storms that we could see here across Texas could potentially produce some torrential rainfall, which could lead to flash flooding. So we're tracking that very closely. We have another slight risk for Thursday. That includes the Tyler area and parts of our viewing area as well. Dallas, you'll certainly get in on some very heavy rainfall and heavy thunderstorms. And even if you live in, if you know anybody in southeastern parts of Oklahoma and even eastern parts of Oklahoma, certainly a lot of rainfall going to be expected across basically the entire southern plains there. For today, we're in the clear. This is our severe weather outlook. Our latest severe weather outlook has our marginal risk off to our south and west, but we are now in the clear for the rest of the night. Things shift to 1 out of 5 risk as we go into tomorrow across much of the area. I-20 southward, maybe a couple areas like Jefferson, Gilmer, and Mineola included in some of that 1 out of 5 risk area. But overall, it's going to be maybe some isolated wind gusts across the area to up to 60 miles per hour. We kind of do the same thing for Thursday as well, this time just mainly including I-20 southward. So Tyler, Athens, Palestine, Jacksonville, Nacogdoches, St. Augustine, you all have a chance to see maybe some gusty winds out of the thunderstorms that come in as we go into Thursday. So plenty of opportunity to see some torrential rainfall and some gusty winds as well. Let's time things out on our future skycast, shall we? All right, let's go into Wednesday morning. We have some thunderstorms entering the Palestine-Athens area. That will quickly move into East Texas. could potentially affect Tyler, Henderson, Longview just before noon. And then a second wave comes in around 2 o'clock, much more widespread, stretching all the way up to potentially into Mineola. And as we continue throughout the remainder of the day, that moves off to our northeast. We have another round of rain coming in Wednesday at around 11 p.m. That is set to affect some of our southwestern counties. And then we go into Thursday morning, where we could have a little bit more widespread, maybe showers, isolated thunderstorms. Either way, you're going to be getting in on some rain to some extent as we head into Thursday as well. We've calculated the rain chance potential or the rainfall total as we go into the next 7 days here. Some of us could potentially get up to 4 inches, and that's really going to depend on where some of those heavier thunderstorms set up, because not all of us are going to be seeing all that, but I think a good portion of us will. But there could be some localized areas that could see even more than that. But I think overall the average is going to be around 3 to 4 inches west of Tyler, west of Jacksonville. Maybe a couple of areas could sneak in maybe 3 to 4 inches out of some of these thunderstorms over the next 7 days. But overall, the majority of the rain is going to be further to the west. Luckily, thanks to the rain, despite the rain, it is going to be a little bit below average. So we're going to be nice and cool for the next couple of days here. 84 for Wednesday, 82 for Thursday. We're back to 84 for Friday, and we make our way back into the upper 80s for this weekend, with 87 degrees expected for Saturday, 89 degrees expected for Sunday, and then those rain chances really start to taper off early into next week. They do still exist, but there will be a little bit more of an isolated risk. So I don't think if you have any outdoor plans if you have any outdoor plans that you're planning on having early next week, shouldn't be too worried about rain at this time. It's going to be more of an isolated risk and not a washout over like what we're going to be seeing kind of over the next couple of days. All right, so tonight, low 70s. It's pretty seasonal out there. Isolated showers cannot be ruled out. I think most of us are going to be on the clear side though. But as we go into tomorrow morning, we have those chances for thunderstorms that will affect much of our area, basically all the way up to I-20 as we go into tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow afternoon, kind of around the lunchtime hour, maybe a little bit after that, there will be a second wave that comes in. So we have multiple chances for rain on Wednesday, Thursday, kind of a repeat setup. 84 down to 82. We're back up to 84 for Friday with more of a scattered risk there. We move to another scattered risk on Saturday. Temperatures warming a little bit more. Then we move to isolated next week. Lots of 30% chances. There is some, lack of confidence, especially as we go into next week with how this air mass is going to be kind of affecting how much rain we're going to get. But I certainly think with the heat and the humidity returning, we definitely can't rule out maybe some scattered or isolated to scattered thunderstorms that could pop up during the heat of the day. I'm going to walk over to Facebook real quick to see if you guys have any questions, so I can answer that for you there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's another thing. Longview, you got in on a little bit of rain today, but you didn't. Not everybody basically saw rain today. Basically, I-20 southward, you saw that rain, but not everybody saw the rain. I think more of us will have a chance to see some rain tomorrow, especially with a much larger complex coming in. So a lot of us will have an opportunity to see rain. A lot more of the viewing area will have the potential to see some rain across the area. So, but. All right, well, if there aren't any more questions on Facebook here, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. We're going to have an update on the forecast as we go as we head on to CBS19 News at 10. We'll break down all of what you need to know coming up tonight at 10. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hope you have a great night, and be sure to join us at CBS19 News at 10 for the latest forecast and news updates.